Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Jobless Weebs, episode 84.
Yeah.
Oh, woo. It's a little hard for me coming back. I had kind of a hard time this past month, but we're back and we're raring to go.
Yeah, we had a small hiatus.
We did.
Which for the channel it wouldn't feel like it because I just uploaded like kind of like a special episode after the what we will be watching.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So this one is right after that episode, so it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to take like a super long hiatus because at the same time it's like this is one of the things that just keeps me going and you know, like emotionally, like working on the podcast for me is also like just it's another way for me to keep active. Like I like playing video games and stuff, but sometimes I'm at that point where like I should probably be doing something productive.
Oh no,
the podcasts are that thing. So
that's right.
It's really good to have you back, Brian.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, well, how have you been this past week, though? I know that there have been quite a few things that you're working on. And we might also be working on some other things for the channel itself. So look forward to some of the other things along with the Beat Saber.
We've been taking a break from the Beat Saber.
We have been.
For various reasons. We have a few backups. But overall for the channel, I started YouTube because he was like, well, you know, I'm just gonna keep YouTube to do all the things that I want, that I know that once I have like the money, I will be able to do what I want.
So yes, exactly.
Make it like talking about anime or just like anything music related, like the Beat Saber. I was like, there are a lot of things that I just like. I just want to try because like it sounds interesting, and I know that I'm not good at it. But you know what? I'm gonna be paying for that, so
that's right. So you're kind of like gathering the skills for that. Yeah, I love that.
So there are a few things that I do want to do with the channel, and I would like to include you with that.
Yeah,
but
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, this week was just a little heavy. You know, the weather here.
Yeah, that too.
This part
we were hit pretty hard.
Utah, it's kind of weird because we have like spring, then winter, then spring again, then winter again.
Utah weather just can't make up its mind. That blizzard was pretty hard. I hope everyone is safe. But I mostly stayed home for my own kind of health, but also staying home in the blizzard. It was pretty nice staying warm, so that's good. Well, today we have a pretty great topic. It's going to be another movie. I, for some reason, gravitate towards like anime movies a lot.
You do the movies, I'll do like the regular.
It's kind of funny. But this movie is, I would say it's another movie in the vein of like coming of age, growing up. The movie is Goodbye Don Glees, which is kind of a weird name because even I didn't really know like what the heck are they talking about, like Goodbye Don Glees, and that's the title of the movie. Of course, we also see some of the like promotional videos or kind of like the pictures beforehand. You were talking about how you kind of envisioned like the supernatural.
Yes, I thought they were going to be kind of like
spirited away,
and just like the overall like scenery that it was shown during like the trailers. It was like, okay, this seems like that extraordinary adventure that happens somewhere that it's not the real world, which in a way it kind of was.
In a way, you're absolutely right. Yeah, in a way. And I also kind of, so when I first was looking into this with the promotional like poster, they're kind of like going on their scooter and their bikes, and there's like some pretty cool like background scenery.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was supernatural, but I also was reminded of A Place Further Than the Universe.
Okay.
That anime, I kind of thought about that a little bit. It was kind of interesting for me to approach this anime without any background knowledge, but you probably were thinking of like Spirited Away, which is also another anime movie where
I was thinking something
transporting to another.
When is this movie from? Is it from
2022?
2022?
So it's a Japanese anime film from 2022 back in February. It was by Studio Madhouse.
Yeah.
They always deliver.
Yeah, Kalakawa and Madhouse is like
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, heavy hitter. It's an hour and a half, just around there. I don't think it's much longer than that. And yeah, this particular anime movie, it came out last year. I actually watched it in the dub version myself.
Me too.
You did? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that also kind of shaped part of the movie, since in the middle of the movie there was also them singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which was kind of funny for me. But yeah, like for you, what did you think of that initial like thought, or when you were
now that you mentioned like A Place Further Than the Universe,
it
could be something like that, because you know, like in Place Further Than the Universe, we had all these girls that just wanted an adventure just so they could say that their high school life was, or like the high school years were worth it.
Yeah, and fulfilling and their
youth. Exploring the world is like, don't be afraid to try things that maybe you will fail at.
Yeah,
because you know, like a lot of times during those like teenage years, which you're an idiot.
Oh yes,
it's like, as a teenager, you're in that part of your life where you think you're grown up enough to be treated as an adult, and whenever possible you pull out the "I'm still a kid" card.
Right. And so it's still like in that weird
and it's still in that limbo of like I don't know what I want to do in my future, or maybe I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I will succeed in what I want, which kind of like a recurring theme in this type of genre is like, what are your dreams? Like, what is it that you want to do? Like, are you comfortable with being yourself?
Yeah, and who are you?
And at that age, it's like sometimes you're pretending to be like someone else before you're getting comfortable being who you are, or before you stop caring about what other people is going to say about you.
Right.
Because I remember back when at that age, I would get mad when people would tell me that I was immature or I was a kid.
Right.
And right now it's like,
I
don't care. It's like, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
You bet I am. I'm a kid with a lot of money right now. So
right. Like these days, like they call it a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And for them it's the coming of age, trying to grow up from. So yeah, there's like so it's like internal pressure to do something, but also the external pressure of coming of age.
Yeah.
Where society is looking into your life.
Especially because the main characters of the movie, it's three guys.
Let's dive deep
Drop, a guy from, is it Iceland? Is it Iceland or Norway?
Iceland.
Yeah. He's a foreigner that but you know, on the original Don Glee kind of like group, it's Roma and Toto.
That's right. Roma and Toto, they kind of created. So in this
they
movie,
created this group.
Yeah, they created this group,
Kinda like
which is
this
called Don Glee.
Don Glee, which is later in the movie
Yeah.
they explain it, and it's just from the words "Don't Glee," which is like don't smile, don't be happy, because these kids are in their first year of high school, but during their middle school days, they were like the misfits.
They were, so they were like, they were on like the edge of the social group of the classroom, and since they didn't fit in, they kind of like banded together, and then I think Toto was the one that came up with the name.
Yeah,
that's right. When they were bonding, when they were out, so Don't Glee, and then when they got to their middle-aged, so we kind of see the middle-aged years when they make a phone call, and it's to a girl that Roma was interested in, but it went to like the wrong phone number, and this is part of the whole wrap up, or like the whole thing at the very end of the movie.
I thought that was really well done.
It was,
because I was like, okay, you're trying to put the world is a really small place,
right?
In action,
in action, exactly, into this hour and a half long feature film, trying to show that, and you could basically say, or sum it up, the world is small. The world is a small place.
Yeah, because during the bath, like I would say probably during the first half, the movie has not really a clear goal.
Yeah,
it's just like them again being misfits in this like countryside of Japan, and somehow they meet Drop.
Drop joins.
They just becomes part of the group of Don Glees.
Yeah,
and they're just fooling around. And again, it's like they're in this
high school
part of their years where like, oh no, 15. we gotta grow up.
Right.
It's like we can never be kids. Forever.
So I wanted, and Drop is the one that's like, I want to do something while I'm 15. I want to like do something right now.
Yeah, it's like my last adventure.
Yeah.
Which is like, I kind of get it. I had like that voice inside my head when I was like 15, 17. That was like, oh, it's something stupid. Do it.
Do it anyway. Yeah, like jump in the river. Yeah, let's do it. Or rock climbing. Okay, let's do it.
It seems dangerous.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Not like right now, which is like, oh, it's something dangerous. It's gonna hurt tomorrow, so you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Or any of that type of dialogue internally. So so Drop, and so the movie, it starts with like hello, with the phone call answering, but when we get really into like the meat of the movie, it's when Toto comes back for like a holiday or something. He's going to high school in Tokyo. And so Roma, he stayed behind high school in this country. And so when Toto is home, the Don Glees, they basically decide.
I think it's for summer vacation, isn't it?
I think it is for summer vacation.
Because there were some fireworks, and like fireworks are normally like a summer thing.
That's right. It's for the summer festival. Drop decides to go all out on fireworks for the reason, I think it's that they didn't want to go to like the regular festival with the regular other people.
Because they were not invited.
They weren't invited.
So they were like, we have this tradition.
Yeah.
Where we're
misfits,
just like
we don't
also do fireworks our own way, in our own place.
That's right.
And it was really funny when they dressed up as girls. And and Roma was like a Chad, and the other girls were like, and even the music was like,
it was really, oh my. So yeah, Drop and Toto were dressed up as girls. That was so funny. Thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, I can see like why they did it. Roma like being surrounded by girls, yeah, that's like.
But it's like that.
But it's them.
That voice inside your head that is like, it's stupid. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
oh, I can't believe it.
They didn't have a reason to do it.
Yeah,
it was just like, let's show them that we could be cool, or that I can be cool with these hot chicks. While the rest of the normal people are just like looking at me, and even the girls are jealous because it's like, why are the guys like drooling over those girls?
Yeah,
they're like, well, if you would only know that those two girls are actually dudes.
They're actually dudes. Oh my gosh, yeah. Just the entire thing was so funny.
But from them, the story actually develops to the actual goal of the movie.
Yeah, right around here.
Because turns out that, and I thought that was weird. I didn't quite understand it because, after the fireworks, they also bought a real expensive drone.
Oh yes, blowing Roma's life savings.
Yeah,
and also again that, coming of age story, do it now kind of thing. Yeah, you bought a drone.
And they were just going to record the fireworks, but they were, in their secluded part.
Yeah.
Just having their tradition of fireworks by the Don Glee group.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. Kind of. The drone got swept away. Yeah. God knows where.
Yep. So
really
they
far.
Literally lost the
drone. It had an expanded battery, which, let me tell you, I want to find one of those batteries so bad because it's like, it's like that battery lasted like 3 days. It's like, I want a battery like that for.
Yeah, like seriously, like a friend of mine has a drone, and it is incredibly hard. And also for any drone enthusiasts out there, like those things, like you have to like either, if you want it to have high performance, you have to like cut down on the weight by a lot. Yeah. So for them to have a drone that can go that far on that battery life,
long.
Wow, that's like, it's like
probably that was the supernatural part.
That's part of it.
Like, that's it. This super high spec drone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they lose it.
Yeah, they lose it, and turns out that there was a wildfire.
That's right, and this is like the problem of them. This is like I would say this is like the plot point that moves the rest of the story along. The wildfire is pretty bad. Thankfully, it doesn't really destroy anybody's homes.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they shouldn't have been doing fireworks or some legal law stuff. And
the thing is that they blamed Don Glee because all these other group of kids were like, oh,
not us.
We know that those misfits go and have fireworks by themselves. So it was them.
Yeah.
And they were like freaking out.
Yeah.
And they were like, what do we do? Like, our parents cannot know about this. Like, we're dead if they discover, like, what? And it's again like this teenage reaction of like, after you've done something stupid, it's like, if it's the consequences of my actions.
Right.
So they decide to go look for the drone.
Yes.
Because it might have evidence that they are innocent.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, let's go on this adventure. We will go camping in this forest area. They just go like the three of them just go in their bicycles.
Yeah.
Like Drop goes in his scooter.
Yep. And this is like where the story really like expands and develops. I love this part when they're exploring and going out there. of course, they have issues or they have like problems that they're running into. Toto, he's complaining most of the time about getting lost. Drop is trying to follow the map, but he's not like really sure how to read maps. And then Roma, he's the one that brought his phone, but he's also kind of like not sure about what his own life entails. But he likes photography. So
Yeah.
each one of them has some specific thing that they're trying to like go through. And it's hard for each one of them.
Yeah, and that's also one of the other points that I noticed, because it's like,
yeah,
well, what about your future? And
yeah,
I mean, like culturally,
yeah.
like that's kind of like a culture that exists in the world for everyone.
For everyone,
probably
for you.
For Japanese people, as far as I know, in anime, sometimes like, you know, even slice of life, you always see students like, oh, I gotta go to cram school. Because after cram school, I just gotta return and study. Because if I don't go to a good university, I won't be able to have a good job, and I won't be able to have a good future.
Yeah.
And the same is in here. It's like, oh, you go to high school, you go to college, and you have to go job hunting. And sometimes if you don't get the job you dreamed for, it's like it means that then you're not successful under the standards of the world.
Yeah, and that word success is like,
and it is like, oh crap, because it kind of hits you.
It does.
Because when you're that age, sometimes you're really worried, or sometimes you're like, oh, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Yeah. And for Don Glees, for them, this little excursion, it's that basically turning point of their lives. Of what are you going to decide? But for the moment, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is when they sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star."
Yeah, they have some
they have the
philosophical
verses.
moment.
They do, yeah.
Also some friendship moment where they're like, "Oh, well, you're an idiot. Oh, you're an idiot too." And it's like,
yeah, it's like, okay,
let's make up and
yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Because they start singing like "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and they're like, "So what does that song mean?" I don't know. It's a star. Maybe it's just hope for the better. And it's like, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. It's like there are a lot of ways to interpret like music, even if it's just like a children's song.
That's right. Yeah. They're yes.
But it's like all the stuff they encounter. They encounter a freaking bear.
Oh yeah, that was such an odd part, because also when like, so what happens, for a quick summary, they ultimately go, and then when they're leaving, that's when they find the drone, and that's the relief. Roma takes a picture, and Toto has like already burned his homework. But yeah, the bear, like afterwards, they find out, yeah, there are like no bears.
There were no bears
in that vicinity, and for them,
and also there was no fire for some reason.
Yeah,
I thought that was super weird, because I was like,
yeah, like you mean like the fire like didn't spread, or
because you know, like all those rumors about them, Don Glee being to blame.
Oh, right.
For the fire, they were like, "What are you talking about?"
That didn't even have. True, they didn't even have to.
That was the part that I was a little confused, because it's like, okay, so what actually happened during their journey? Because they went on a journey to find a drone.
Yeah.
They found a bear in a place where there were no bears.
Right, or not supposed to be any bears.
Yeah.
And for them, and they were the only ones.
They were going to pick up the drone to clean their names because of the fire.
To clear their innocence, yeah.
And that was all like their journey.
Right. There was, and like so they came
adventure.
Home. What did they get out of it? Yeah, I love that question. That question is, like you said, it is, so what did they get out of it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's the actual final point. It's sometimes it's not important. I remember I watched a movie that I really liked a lot. It's, you know, one of those self-improvement movies. Like, there's just like a part where it's an old guy and like a college student, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to show you something. So come here, because it's gonna be a long walk." And so they climb a mountain for like 3 hours, and he's like, "So what do you want to show me?" And he's like, "This." He's like, "The scenery." "No, this." He's like, "You better not be joking." He's like, "The rock." "Yeah, the rock." He's like, "Oh, come on, you make me walk for a stupid rock?"
Oh,
And he's like,
no.
"Well, I wasn't even sure that what we were gonna find either." And he's like, "Do you understand?" Like the journey, like the whatever happens from point A to point B, it's what makes things valuable or worth it. Because probably once you get to point B, it's like it won't matter a lot. It's like whatever dreams you
Yeah.
have or whatever, like things you want to do.
Yeah.
Is like, what are you gonna do once you get those things? Because a lot of time that's the problem. Is like, oh yeah, I want a good job. I want this. It's like, okay, once you're there, it
Then
just
what?
gets worse.
Right.
Because now you have
'Cause
to
now
work for
it's
something else.
right. Yeah. Once you're there, because it's the question. Then what?
And for
Yeah.
these
I
guys, it's
love
like
that. For
during
them.
during the journey of trying to find the drone, it was like
Mhm.
they were able to bond. They were able to open themselves as to like what they wanted to do for the future or why they were even doing this. Because it's like, oh yeah, I just won my last adventure as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's what Drop says. They find the drone. There were nothing
Oh yeah. No.
about the
Nothing on the
fire,
SD card.
but there
Yeah.
were some amazing shots about like the fireworks. And but that was it.
And that was it. Yeah.
And then it hits you.
Then it hit, and for Don Glees, and I think that's absolutely right, because even for them, when Drop at the very end of the movie, there's some more developments, and Toto and Roma actually do go to Iceland, but when they're in Iceland, they find the golden waterfall.
Yeah.
And then they get the phone call, and then they get Drop's little message, and the message was exactly that it was the moment. I love that so much. Wow. And yeah, this anime movie really hit that really hard, and it hits you in the feels.
Yeah, because
It really does.
I mean, we I don't really want to talk about that super major spoiler.
Yeah, it's
But
a
it's like
huge spoiler.
the stuff that happens after they reach the drone to
the actual end.
part where they go to Iceland.
Oh yes.
It's like, yeah, that they were grown up now,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh well, you know what? I'm just trying to do this
Yeah.
because Toto, he was. I think both of them grew up their hair.
They did. So yeah, that was a beautiful part too. They grew out their hair to donate it because Drop also was trying to do that. So they were both inspired to do that. That was really nice.
But yeah, like overall,
yeah.
I mean, they worked.
They had to work hard.
The treasure map when they found it in the Coke bottles. Like, oh
yeah,
let's go there. Let's go to another journey. And it's like, and they found Drop message, and it's like, oh crap. Like those are manly tears.
They are. Oh, it's beautiful. It's such a beautiful.
Yeah. Overall, a great movie. I mean, it made me like, oh wait, does that waterfall actually exist? Because I want to go.
I want to go there. Yeah, I know, right? It's like they marked it right on the map. Yeah, I'm sure for any hiking buffs or any like geography buffs, they would really know. But yeah, it's beautiful. Overall, this anime movie, I would I would put it up. I would put a really high score on it, just because it is very, very similar to like other anime shows out there. It kind of reminded me of A Place Further Than the Universe, along with Summer Ghost. So I'd put this one.
Summer Ghost?
Yeah, Summer
Which one is
Ghost.
that one?
It's the one where the girl was in the suitcase. But it's the one with the runway.
We have an episode about that.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it a little bit earlier. But yeah, I would say this anime movie, I would rank it. I would put it as an 8. It is definitely a tearjerker. But yeah, great animation. I love it.
Yeah, because it was like this.
Yeah.
This adventure for the oddballs.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they were not part of any social group, that they had to create their own, social group.
That's right.
Just like to survive.
That's right. Yeah, just to survive. Yeah.
And they just had that kind of like life-changing experience of getting lost in the woods.
Yeah.
For 2 days.
Yeah.
Because it's like, your parents didn't know crap about that.
Yep.
So
you
like,
didn't even bring a can opener. Yeah, unprepared. But yes. That's right.
so it's like, you guys were clearly not prepared for this adventure. Yeah, you did it. And it's like, it opened up your eyes.
That's right.
For like, kind of like what adult life or like what type of people you wanted to grow up to be.
Yes, that's the clincher. Yeah.
Because I think that at the end, he manages to get in contact with the girl he liked, right? The photography girl.
Yeah, Tivoli. She was in New York at the time, but that's where it ended. It was another open-ended one where he does have like a connection moment, and she also has that like connection moment, staring up into the sky. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Beautiful. Then.
Yeah.
Overall,
I think it was a great movie. Like, the scenery is great.
Mm-hmm. The ending song is pretty awesome.
Yeah, the ending song was really good.
And did you notice at the end credits, it went into an acorn? That was pretty cool.
Oh, because also Don Glee was also kind of like a acorn, right? It could be understood as acorn.
Yeah, from Japanese translations. But yeah, absolutely right.
Oh boy, I didn't know that last part.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like shoot at end credits. Really, really cool.
This is definitely a movie that you should watch. Is it available in Crunchyroll or?
I didn't actually check.
I mean, I didn't see it there either.
Okay.
Probably watch it by other means.
Oh yes. Yeah.
You might be able to rent it probably like in YouTube or somewhere else, but
that's right. Yeah.
Or
Blu-ray, DVD.
Or if you want to go the pirate path, you can do it. Not that we advise it.
Right. No.
But I think this was it for today. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
And I kind of like this one because I don't think we spoiled it as much as we normally do.
That's right. Yeah. So go watch the anime. It's definitely worth a watch. And as kind of like a special one for today, goodbye, Don Glee.
Yep. Keep watching anime, and we'll see you next time.